Hey everybody! Hello, Lumberjack. How are you? Welcome, Ben's Brick Designs. It's Ben. How are you? Happy Thursday night. Not a lot going on tonight. I've got some back build, back build stuff to work on, or backlog. But I don't generally have a backlog, so I'm gonna try to hold on to that for a little bit. I only have like 4 sets that I haven't opened, and they are from August 1st. So I'm going to kind of stretch that out a little bit so we can get a couple streams in with those builds. So I'm going back to some designing tonight, and we'll just jump right into it. Oh, first, this is the beer for tonight. It is Left Hand Stout, Left Hand Brewing Company, Peanut Butter Milk Stout. That's what we got going on tonight. I'm a big fan of the Left Hand Stout Beer Company. And I think they're in Austin. Maybe. This says the St. Vrain, so maybe they aren't. I thought they were. Yeah, can't tell. Anyway, their stuff's very good, so here we go. So yeah, tonight I'm doing some design. Oh, and this is so dark. Tonight I'm doing a Micropolis design because our lug has monthly builds. Cheers. Oh, come on now. That's delicious. Tastes like a Reese's peanut butter cup. Beauty. So every month our lug, I'm going to look up something, either gives out seed parts or just has a theme for every month to build. And this year, and I'm going to switch this to design now, we do, this one was Micropolis, which is, there's a standard for Micropolis that's done on this size of plate. It's like 16 by 16. Some of them are 8 by 8. Depending on the format that you get. So I'm gonna do 16 by 16. I've already built the standard for it, and it has these interlocking, so you can put pins in there and get a bunch of these together, and everybody just builds a little building and they all clink together. This is a corner, so it'll have a building connected here, so it'll be like, this is like a quarter of a block or half a block long, and there'll be an alley in the middle here. So the original design was for the Driskill Hotel here in Austin. The Driskill is a historic building. Get the image here. Oh, that's a great. It says 4,000. I hate when they do that. The image size says 4,000 by, and I was like, sweet, that's a nice big one. And then you open it up and it's this dinky little, that's not what I want. That's not either. Wow. All these proprietary images. So you get a basic idea from looking at it right here. It's a 1, 2, 3, I think 4-story hotel. Maybe 3 and a kind of a penthouse level. But it's right in downtown. You can see the Frost Bank building right here, the owl. This is 6th Street, the famous 6th Street. And this is, I think, Brazos or something. It's a haunted hotel. So there's stories about there being stuff going on in it. It's been refurbished quite a bit. But you can see the inside is very pretty, and they've got a lot of things going on inside. I'm not gonna build the inside of this, but so I've already started, and you can see I've already got one done. I've actually got 2, but the problem I ran into is that it is bigger than the 16 by 16. You can see it drifts over the edge, and the reason was because this piece right here, this fence piece, I thought would have been a great front for these pillars, right? I thought that would have been a great bit right there. I still might use it, but what happens is these sections are all pretty equal. I kind of break it up into sections when I'm doing stuff. So this is the math behind this. What's up, Glenn? So usually when I'm building something from an existing building or maybe a spacecraft or a vehicle or whatever, I try to find a piece in Lego that kind of drives the whole model. In this case, it was this fence piece, right? There's just no getting around the fact that there's 4 pillars here, 4 pillars here, done, right? This was kind of a fun little thing with the worm gear or the Technic rack, right? As a bit of balcony railing kind of up there. But what this did is if this is 4 wide, right, then these should be 4 wide, but they weren't. They were 3 wide. And then the ends, you can see from this shot right here, the ends are angled, right? So it doesn't come to a full corner right here. There's a bit of a corner right here. So I tried to build in that corner, and then each side is replicated, right? And then the back has nothing. The back of the building is, I think, pretty just solid. I don't think I've ever seen the back of the building, but I'm pretty sure it's just a... does this have... That's the Littlefield building right near it. So here's kind of the section of it, of the hotel right here, and you can see it's just kind of butts up against that. It's really hard to see what's on this side of it. There's an alley right here. This is another building right here called the Littlefield building, which is in itself I don't think it's an historic building, but it's definitely got similar architecture. If we look it up, it's got similar sort of tan and lighter colored arches on the bottom floor, right? And it's split into 3 sections. And you can see the hotel over here. So it's really hard to get the backs of these buildings that face into the alleyways without actually going down there and taking some pictures, which I may have to do. But you know, the architecture kind of matches, so these may have been built around the same time. I have the feeling the Littlefield building was built a little later because it's taller. Generally, taller buildings were built later because they just didn't build things higher than 2 or 3 stories back in the 1800s. Until they got, you know, until steel became a little more prevalent. So the purpose of tonight is then to build a different version of this while keeping some of the same aesthetics. Like I might be able to trim the corners up to do something else and push everything over a couple studs. Basically, it all needs to fall on these 2 plates. It all needs to fit on this, right? So I have some ideas on what to do. Here's the other building that I was trying to do with the Littlefield building next to it. But the Littlefield building is actually bigger than the Driskill. And if I called this the Littlefield building, people would know that that's not right. And it's broken up, like if you look at it head on, it's got like 3 kind of sections where it indents, and the indentations have these nice windows going up. And I couldn't do that given the size right here. So I'm always trying to make it a little harder on myself than I need to, but I wanted to show that a little bit. So the standard, this is your standard Micropolis size. You could also, this is with the sidewalk of the Driskill going all the way around it. You don't have to have this sidewalk in here. Generally, these are gray, light blue gray, but you can kind of do whatever you want as long as the size is right. Because what happens, usually it's like that. And then you flip this and there's another one over here, and then you put 2 more here, and then you've got 4 and they all click together. So, and then somebody builds on the other side and you've got a big road and it's all very nice. So, my problem is it looked great but I would have had to move it over and take up 2 sections, which is not right for the size of the building, because the building is only 1 block long. So, yeah. So I'm going to start over. I put a park in it next to it just to be fun, but that's not how it looks in real life. I thought that was a nice Micropolis park. So yeah, so here we go. First things first. Where did that go? Yeah, so let's keep those 2 open. And this will be new, save as Driskill new. So first things first is a lot of this sits on sidewalk level. So despite this already being up, you know, we've already got 1 layer of sidewalk. I think I want to fill this all in with more. So I'm going to get some plates. I don't know why this is lime green suddenly. I think everything's going to be mostly tan, so we'll just deal with tan. How's that? Not yellow. Tan. There we go. Okay. For those watching, let me know if everything sounds good, looks good. If you can't hear anything, I've been talking for 12 minutes now, so if you can't hear me, that's a bad sign. So we'll start off by filling this area in a little bit. Two by 8s are pretty common, so I'm going to try to keep with those. I don't think 2 by 10s. Well, they're just as expensive. Sound is 5 by 5. Bricks outside the box. How are you? Thanks for being here. All right, that is an awkward bit of stuff, but we'll stick with it. We'll do 3 here and 2 here. All right, so this will give us a wall. Actually, what I'll probably do is, I think this is I'll do an 8 on the back here, because I will have to put a wall on the back here. So there you go. Cool, cheers. Now the sidewalk around the Driskill, you can't really see it from here, and I can't apparently get any of these images to open up. There we go. So this is a pretty good shot. This is the one I was working with before. The sidewalk is kind of red cobblestone. It's not really gray. So I thought I'd just leave it with this. This is also circular around here, and the steps going up to that corner side are circular as well. But I played with that on this side, and I think now that it's smaller, though, I might be able to do a little corner tile like this in that color, if that exists. So this piece may have to be this color, which means this piece will have to be that color. And then that's much better. So already things are starting to dictate what is going to be seen. Now, I am not above still using this as the front of the building. There's just no better piece, I think, than that. It just means that these pieces next to it are going to be much smaller. And I don't think I'm going to be able to get 3 arches in 3 studs. I'm doing well, thank you. Just having a good Thursday, doing some streaming, doing some building. I've got this pulled out so I can also maybe grab some pieces and see how it works. So I may be disappearing around the corner to grab a piece or 2 now and then, but hopefully we can get most of this built. Because I want to get it designed early. Our next meeting isn't for a while, but I want to get it designed early so I can order parts if I need to. Yeah, it's a great looking building. There are so many really nice historical buildings downtown. Austin's a little older than I remember. And just lately it's been so many condos and so many giant glass cages have been put up that it's a little depressing. So I had an idea for arches. I have some of these. Now, this may be one of these where it's just a suggested arch because I won't have enough room to do a full arch. So that'll be that. And because these arches go up to the first floor, now we can do bricks right here. And this may need to be plates instead of bricks, depending on how tall these are. That'll work. Although I think there's just an arch that's that size. Yeah. So I may not need to use these. So already you can tell there's going to be a difference. We're not going to get 3 of those. We're only going to get 1. But it's the suggestion, right? I was going to use those for something. There's a reason I wanted to use those. Now these have glass in them, so I don't know why. This just refuses to continue to play. It's like, here, you get your one song. Just keep playing. It has lost a little bit of charm. I was driving up from the south side the other day. I forget why I was down there. We were doing some moving of lug and convention, not swag, but see, this almost feels like there could be more. I'll have to think about that for a second. And driving up South Lamar, it was just I forget what South Lamar was like. There was a post on. There's a Twitter handle or a Twitter account called Evil Mopac, and it's the joke is it's a sentient road, and it just badmouths Austin most of the time. And you know, the cost of living and all this kind of stuff. So I think what I'm going to do here is try to be sneaky with. Because these are still corners. Anyway, and it posted something about, like, tell me you live in Austin without telling me you live in Austin, one of those games. And it was a lot of people saying, I bought this house when it was only $60,000 in the '04 and now whatever. I couldn't really think of anything, but I wanted to say something like, you know, something about South, like there used to be a place on South Lamar where you could buy a scooter, a computer, see a movie, and go bowling all in one part, you know, all in one building, basically, all in one area. So driving up from that area over that weekend, I was just like, I was shocked. I wasn't shocked. I mean, I'd been down there before, but living way up north as I do, I don't go into town a lot anymore other than to work. So just sometimes seeing it is a little like, oh, yeah, I remember when this place was cool. So this isn't bad. I don't think that's necessarily going to be the worst thing at that size. That kind of looks like the corner. Yeah, I wish I could figure out a way to do the balconies sticking out. La da da. I'll come back to it. But that's okay. That gives a corner feel to it, right? I also had an idea for, had all this time to do dishes and you do it now. No, you're not. You would have done it 20 minutes ago. I'm streaming my derision across YouTube right now. The face. The face I'm making is heavily derisive. So the other thing that happens is, I just realized this now, this comes out. So this needs to be something different. This needs to be 1. This needs to be, I'm not going to get, no, this can be, yeah. And then just a plate. Make sure that's that color. That's not going to be that hard to find. There we go. So that's a little better. Yeah, and then I think what I did previously was just put another one up there, and then I can still do some of this stuff, since that's kind of that orange tile color. Do that. I can still do some of this. I think it's just going to be a matter of shrinking these sides a little bit. Now, I had an idea for this, but I think it might stick out too much. So, to do headlights, that's what I did before. I might just leave it like that. Just stack up some headlights, right? So you can see in the other one, it's a little taller too, and I was able to get kind of the striping in a little bit. I don't think I'm going to be able to do that here unless I break up all of these to be, you know, like I might be able to do that here, but then I couldn't repeat it over here because that's that guy. So many choices. And I've already looked, and I don't have this many of these things. I'm going to have to order some of those. So what else is everybody up to right now? Doing any building? Glenn, you're usually good for some building while this is going on. Ah. I hate that key. There's a, right above the escape key, there's another row of keys on the top of the keyboard that's like home, magnify, back and forth, volume control, and then there's a minimize all your windows right above the escape key. So if I'm just feeling for what usually is the top key, right? Can't really see. There's your escape key, there's the minimize all key. And like I'm just feeling for this key. I'm constantly moving stuff. Building dinner, fish and green curry. Ooh. What's up, Travis? How's it going? How's life? That sounds delicious. We had Instant Pot chicken, which is what we do with chicken every time because it's no muss, no fuss. And then some farro grains and like grilled cabaza, summer squash basically. and tomatoes. Trying to eat a little bit healthier. Tooth. Minimize all totally needs a dedicated button. I mean, sure, but then that happens where you're just like, what? So I wanted to do something funky with these guys. Right? But I think I would have to make an entire wall behind this just to make that work. So if I wanted to do that, I'd have to do, let's see, let's do 2x3 brick. Brick, brick, brick. Look at all this tan. I'm gonna change that up, I think. So I can do that and then put another plate in front of it. There you go. And then I can put an arch over that and it'll fit in there. That's fun. Might have been joking. Yeah, of all the things that need a button all to itself, it's like, I think Alt M does the same, or yeah, Windows key M does the same thing. And now I don't know how to get it all back. Chat, yeah. So if you do Windows key M, the whole thing goes away. Same thing. So that's not bad. It's fun looking. Down here, I was going to do a brick that was this color, but then there's nothing to put behind that. I think these will have to be black. I can't fit anything else in here, so it's going to look weird. I had like those lever nodules, the lever bases, in gray, but it was like if you did a bunch of them, it looked really odd. So, all right, so that's these two floors. Which means it's these two floors as well. And I need a brick here. Let's see if we can repeat this. So yeah, it's not going to look exactly like the Driskill, but it's... And here's the other thing. There's so many pictures of this. And I mean, this is the same thing I ran into the Capitol. Is the colors are different depending on the time of day, the year. Like, even right here, that's orange. That's like brown. That's black and white. That doesn't count. That's like kind of orangey tan. So I mean, I guess I almost want to pick like medium nougat. Is that right? Dark orange. Here, let's compare. Does that look right? I'm trying to get these closer together. I don't think that's right. But I don't know if is there a light nougat or just nougat? Oh yeah, that's a better color, but I mean, I already know that's expensive. already know that. The color formerly known as flesh. When I was doing the Capitol and I was talking to the people who were running the visitor center, and I was trying to describe colors to them. This is before they kind of made that change. And I kind of had to describe the colors to them. I'm like, now this is tan. This is like an orangey pinky color. They call it flesh colored because it goes with some of the minifigures. I was like, this is medium dark flesh. And they kind of looked at me and they're like, I'm like, I know. It's because they color minifigures with that. So that's, you know. So here's the thing. First of all, expensive. That, like, this one piece would be 70 cents. I don't think they exist for these 1x1s. That's dark orange. I want dark orange. I want that color. And it doesn't. Oops. I don't know about this one either. Yeah, some of these just don't... That nougat color is real hard to get. So it might just have to be tan. Because I think dark orange is too dark. And I think anything other than the other one is too dark. So let's do it in tan and just see. Because technically, this stuff should be tan. That looks weird. But then if you look at it like right here, it's more white. There's white, there's tan, that's a different color. So it's... I mean, this is all... I should just do the black and white version of it. You get gray and white. That's what you get. Gray and white. Thanks for continuing to play. I'm so tired of this. There's just a really long pause in between everything. That's a pretty good view of it too. But yeah, it's more pink. And again, I think they resurfaced the stone. I think it's more of this weird granite color. Sunset pink granite or whatever. Anyway, anywho's let's just get some of this done. And then copy and mirror, my new favorite function. Except, can't grab it apparently right away. And what's the point? I mean, what's the point, really? Sounds very James Spader. What's the point? Kind of fun, yeah. Turn that back to white. All right. So I'm digging this so far. I still want to figure out how to do. Let's do another one of these up here. Oh, that's going to be a problem. Kind of thought that might be. I could always just make this really long. How did that attach? That can't be right. Oh, it doesn't. Okay. Good to know. The math on this is so squirrely. Box Commander, how's it going? What's up? What's up? So I'm trying to figure out how to make a balcony come out of here. I need something that... Ugh. That has a stud. Almost like this. But angles a little bit. Probably have to think about that for a while. But then we'll do another one of those. Another one of those. Something like that. Also need to replace this guy with this. And then this whole thing. Box Commander, what's going on with you? Where are you hailing from? Doing any Lego building? Any gaming? Did you get your... I'm going to ask everybody this. Everybody got their OnlyFans accounts moved over to Just for Fans or whatever the new one's going to be? I don't know if everybody heard about that or not. So I think I'm going to fill this back area up. There's an arch in there, right? So I might... There's a 4 arch. Again, this is probably not anything anybody's going to see, but I think we can do... This comes in white, yeah? Beauty, beauty. Okay. And then on top here, I think I'm going to do... I mean, I guess I could just repeat it. Yeah. All right, cool. And then underneath it, I'm going to put 1x2 brick. But it's the... Let's just do the brick with... Because it's the one with the tube. And this isn't listing it. Why is it not listing it? Oh, because I've got hide unavailable colors. Cool. I spend a lot of time designing mocks on Studio. You do? Sweet. Well, then you'll fit right in here. I'm originally from Washington, but I'm currently logging in from North Carolina for the foreseeable future. Well, welcome from North Carolina. Originally from Washington. Washington State, yeah? Not the DFC. Very cool. I have friends who are from the PNW, so I don't get a whole lot of time to hang out with them, but welcome to the stream. Sorry, are you anywhere near all your fires and stuff up there? Is it bothering you at all? Actually, no, because you're in North Carolina. You just said that. Okay, that's pretty cool, yeah? All right. Following since April of 2020. Wow. Wow. It's like, I'm not even going to try to do more of a walk-in than that. Wow. Brad's Life, how's it going? Good to see you. What kind of mocks do you design in Studio, Box Commander? Going back to this one that I really like. Where is it? It's actually a pretty good shot there, too. I think it's that one. Oh, it's right here. Okay. Almost exclusively mechs. I just suck at catching streams. Oh, well then fair enough. Yeah, that's why I try to keep it regular, so if people miss it one time, it's... Well, then I know it's going to be there Thursday night. Or I know it's going to be there Sunday morning. I might do a stream tomorrow night as well. So if you guys are bored on a Friday and don't have anywhere to go because COVID kind of sucks the social life out of you. I get that. Beth is having a couple friends over, and it's girls' night, so I've been kicked out. Although not really, because they're going to be in the backyard. But I thought about doing a build tomorrow. I got a friend of mine. Oh, my friend Josh from Arlug is doing much better. In case anyone was worried. He's not 100%. It's going to be a long time before he's 100%. But I went over and visited with him for a while, and if I could squeeze one of these in here. I don't think I can. He's doing sort lugging tomorrow. That's right. That's what's going on Friday nights. I always forget about that. He had, for those who don't know, he had a heart attack back in June, and they had to put in basically a pacemaker and something called like an ECD, if I remember correctly, which like controls his heart, and if his heart beats out of rhythm, it basically shocks it to reset it. So different from a pacemaker, but similar. And they don't know what's wrong. Like, they have no idea. So, here's the other problem. There's supposed to be an alley here. That's what I was that's the whole reason for me doing this. Oh. Well, I suppose I could try to convince somebody to put an alley on this side of it. Oh, bollocks. All right, view, front. So I just get those. So if I were to put another one over here, I would have to ask, so normally you don't get a street. You get, oh, my dogs are going crazy. You get this, right? So it'll bump up against it. So you get a block, right? So this is a block and that's a block. I think this is what I've been told. So then this would all be gray. Oh, I swear to God, I'm going back to, I can't handle it. I'm going back to Spotify. Where is my Harris Heller? There we go. Stream Beats. Because at least I know this will keep playing. So yeah, it's a quarter block, right? So then you get 4 of these, and it's 1 block. So then what? Get rid of this. Get rid of that. 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 That. Nope, not that. Get rid of that. Should be that, and then a 2. So this should be what everybody else gets, right? And then you get 4 of these like this. Put them together. And this is your block. This is your micro block, right? Come on. I'm just trying to do an example. I don't need this to be like the sticking point of this not working right now. Oh, F. Come on, Bricklink. Get your stuff together. They did an update, I swear, like 6 months ago that just effing broke this whole thing. Like, I cannot get anything to line up. It doesn't snap the way it used to. It tries to put itself on top of other pieces, and it's just such a problem. Anyway, okay, so that's what... Yes, a frustration of Ben's. Hey, Connor, how's it going? So yeah, so this is what a micro, so let me show you. I think I can find, almost knocked over my beer. Houston Micropolis. So at Brick Rodeo recently, I don't think it's going to show in here really. They did a full Micropolis. I just go to Brick Rodeo. It's probably in there. And of Houston, of downtown Houston, and it looked great. I don't know if it's going to show event info, maybe. No. Let's look at the Instagram account because I think they posted some stuff here. This was great too. If you guys get a chance to go down to the Alamo, a Beaumont builder built this, and it was fantastic. So here's what they did. Here's a good example. So theirs is a little smaller. It looks like theirs is 8 by 8 instead of 16 by 16. So everybody picked a building and were able to build these city blocks. So you just pick a square and build all the buildings inside it. It was fantastic. It's really great. And it's a fun thing to like incorporate other people to be able to help out, and small and simple and very customizable. But you can see like they even built like highway systems in here. I don't know what the orientation of this is right now. So I don't know which one of these is 45 and which one is I-10. I think this is the north side. So this is probably, well, no, that would make this I-10 and this 45. Or no, the other way around. Anyway. So yeah, everybody can pick a building and say, okay, this is my block. I'm going to do this building, right? And most buildings, if you're in downtown, the whole building will take up the block, right? So you don't have to worry about like, I'm building half of this little plate. So there are two, as far as I can tell, because I've not always done, I've not done Micropolis before, is that there are two standards. There's 8 by 8 and 16 by 16. And so I think we're doing 16 by 16. I hope. So that's what this is. So then everybody gets a segment, right? And can put it together. The problem is, where's my number lock light? I can't tell if my number lock's on or not. I may be stealing from somebody's building because I'm gonna, you have to put an alley here, an alleyway, or else you run into other people's stuff. And you can probably denote an alleyway with dark gray, maybe, right? And then there's another building that goes here. But anyway, so all that is to say, don't need any of that. Don't need any of that. I'm getting greedy. Somebody told me this in our group. They're like, you're getting greedy with your space. I'm like, am I though? Am I really? Or is just my stuff just so much cooler? It's not. But anyway, okay. So let's get the center back on this. It's always in that for me to learn to walk the submodels in using WASD. Yeah. No, I ooch them around with the keys as well. But I just know that a recent update really changed the way you see transparencies and how it snaps, and it was just really, really frustrating. And like you could tell right away too, you're like, oh, this is not working the way I'm used to it working. And then I got rid of that one tile. Where'd that one tile go? So this is all coming along quite swimmingly. Replicate this in here. All right. So from the outside, it's all, because it's got 3 sides. I don't know what the back looked like, really. I don't. I think it's just windows. I think it's just flat. Because here's kind of the back side of it right here. This is 6th and this is Brazos, I guess. But there's nothing really. This is the main corner. So here's 6th Street and here's Brazos. Or Trinity. I forget which cross street it is. So I was kind of hoping for a better. There's nothing from the back. It's going to be impossible. I have to go downtown and look. I'll be downtown tomorrow. Maybe I'll just drive by. How long have I been using Studio? 2017 maybe. Maybe earlier. Maybe 2016. I was going back and forth between L-Draw and Studio for a while, and the Studio just became so much easier. But I mean, I've been doing microfighters in Studio since 2018, and then, well, let me find out. Let's look, shall we? It's not gonna be in there. Oh, that's the thing. You're gonna regret this, Box Commander. I am easily sidetracked. Texas Capitol Building. So when did I start designing this? 2017. So probably around late 2017, I guess. I thought it was earlier than that, but I guess that checks out. Yeah. I think I was doing stuff before then. But I think I decided that I could do this like a big building. Microfighters in here? Oh, where are they? Just Lego. Oh, come on. Google Drive freaking me out. Studio name last modified. I don't know if that's going to do it. It's probably a good indication. A little later. So yeah, so I think the first thing was probably that Capitol building, because I started doing I started recreating San Diego Comic-Con exclusives in Studio, so I could then order the parts for them and figure out exactly what I needed to order, not knowing I could probably just go online and just order them that way. I was like, no, I want to rebuild it, because what if I want to recolor it, or what if I want to do the whatever. It is 6th and Brazos. Okay, cool. Anyway, got really, really off track here. So not knowing exactly what the back is, but I think the corner, I think this corner over here is still the same. It's hard to tell. Oh no, there's a good angle. So yeah, this is Brazos and that's 6. So this corner is the same. I really wonder what this back looks like. So I'm going to do the same thing over here as I did. I don't think it has that nifty walk-up thing, so I'm just going to do... Is that 2x10 again? That means I got to... Okay, well, that's 2x8. The funny thing is, it's going to be the same all the way around, right? Nope, just a 2x2. Okay. Color red. This will be this guy. Oh, yeah, I'm going to put this in all these guys here. Neat, neat, neat. The other thing I kind of don't like about it too is sometimes I feel like it's. I don't think I'm that fast of a thinker / mover when it comes to computer stuff, but at the same time I'm like, you've got to move faster than that, man. It's like I'm not clicking away that fast, and yet it's just constantly not keeping up. All right. Save. Yeah, I mean, it's a great program. I love it. I need something different here. I just don't know what is that small. Travis, where are you at? You're my go-to when there's knowledge of a good piece of something small. Needs to hang out here like a... I always end up going to like utensils. Oh, now I know. Just to see if there's something fun I can use. I'm always disappointed. Yeah, but it needs to hang out. It needs to be this, but with like flaps. I don't know how to accomplish that, but... So we'll just leave that. That's good. All right, so then we're up to, and I'm assuming this is the same over here. Nope. Tile. I mean, might as well do this all the way around, right? Why is that different? Oh. There's my alley. Huh. Really? I was wondering why that was so different. The math is just not in my favor right now. Because here's your alley right here. I don't think there's any of these pillars in the back. So I think what I'm going to do is just fill this in right now. And if it's, I'll go get pictures tomorrow. I'm going to be downtown. Really? No. Okay. That's really annoying. Yeah, there's not going to be this nice pretzel rocks playing in here anymore because I'm done with that, where it's like, nah, I think I'm just going to stop playing now. Oh, you do you? All right, so that's 10. So I think, for sake of stability, we're going to do 6. And we're going to do 4. And we're going to alternate. Okay. I'll go look at that tomorrow. All right, so next. Yeah, there might be, if I was building the corners differently. But also at that size, I don't know how to make the corners any different. As it is, these are going to be barely hanging on. Because the math doesn't work right there. So, and I don't think the math is going to work for these. Although it might if I put 2 plates in there. Now, see? So the most frustrating thing about these snot bricks is, like, it just doesn't... So I've got 1 stud holding this whole thing right now. Which is just GD frustrating. There's got to be... I thought it was better at this. Where does that attach? Okay. So it's in the tube. Nothing works. Well, where's that? Oh, it's because it's right there. Well, then that should be that. Oh, Kodiak, how's it going, man? Maybe I could do it higher up. Maybe I'll have more room to get it higher up because I think there's 3 floors. So, oh, there aren't balconies back here either. Okay, well that's good. On the back side I can just do I can just do these. Cool. It's actually not a bad look. I have to remember that. Oh, no problem, man. I mean, this is just me farting around. You have times with your parents and stuff. Okay, let's see. Let's keep rocking this. So, next floor is going to be... Where did that go? Did I delete that? I think this may have to be 1 tile. Oh, whoops. That needed to be pushed in. Okay. All right. Save. And then we'll just do a dark orange single tile. Because those exist. Brick Pasta. Hi, Brick Pasta. How are you? Thank you, Kodiak. That's very nice. So these all match all the way up. So just going to repeat this here. Okay, good. And then on top of that, we'll have 1 more arch. Okay, good. Okay, which means 1 more balcony. So this will have to be an 8 until I can figure out how to stack those differently. I mean, the math lines up okay for where they are, so that's not too bad. And then, so what are we going to do in here? This is another... Should I just do another one of these, I guess? That seemed fun. So... brick, Cool. I think up here, can I do that? No, I can't because I still have to do the same thing. A whole lot of highs going on there. Hey everybody, how's it going? Happy almost the weekend. And then I think up top I could do, I think I'm getting ahead of myself, but plate round. Just like indications of stuff. Like that so far. And cap it off with a white plate. All right, that's gonna be tricky too. Now we have to build all this up. I know I want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Brilliant. Brick. 8. Hey everybody! Hello! Okay. What color should we do that? Black? Yeah, that works. Oh wait, what's more expensive? At this point, I don't really care because I think I'm gonna have all this. So then I can do this, 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 this. Ta-da! Cool. All right. All right, how does that look so far? It's not kind of like exact, but it's... Actually, let's do something a little different here. Another idea. Where'd it go? Oh, that won't fit. Oh, maybe it will. These come in that color? Do they come in white? Cool. And this actually needs to be a plate. In that color. Cool. Alright, I like that a little better. A little more fun. Okay. What? What? There's that stupid key again. And since that's not connected there, minimize all. All right, so then there's a bigger arch. I almost want to do this up a little bit. Yeah, that's cool. See, I wish I could figure out how to do the arch underneath as tan and keep as white and keep the brick around it as whatever. Minimize this. Okay. Plate. White. Yeah, that's going to run into that. So I'll have to do some corner plates right there, but I think that looks pretty good. I think once it's enclosed, there won't be, this is what I ran into with the Capital 2 is at one point we had thought of backing up all the windows with black bricks so you couldn't see through the windows. But then we were like, but with the roof on it, there's no light. So you really won't be able to see in there. But there will be light coming in from all sides. So you will be able to see in there. So we had to like put black brick behind all the windows just so you couldn't see the insides. It's something this small. It's not going to matter. I just did down here because I think it looks okay. But I think the higher up, it probably won't matter. All right, so let's finish up I think the roof, I liked the way this looked. So I'm just gonna ape this right here. See if this still works on top of this. Yeah. And then I think these will still work too. There's no tab. I can't tab over. So I think that still works. I think that's a good representation. Now I got to figure out how to put the roof on the corners here. I think I've got it. Problem is, these are not going to be the same. Can I turn these? Ha 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 ha. I cheat. I win. Cool. All right, I'm kind of happy with that. What do y'all think? Now I just have to replicate. Hope I didn't copy too much behind there. Let's get rid of that. Then I can just copy everything from that line down. view, front. Now there's going to be a conflict in here, and I'm aware of that. Right there. So this will have to be a corner plate, which oddly is not a modified plate. I found that out the other day. That is going to be better as a... Nope. God dang it. That piece, please. This is going to be better as that. And at some point, I'm going to need to tie these together, because right now these are all individual, like there's nothing holding this section and then this section and this section. So I think up top here is going to have to be where it is. So this is going to be a plate. Do I have a plate like that stacked somewhere? No? Great. How do you mean, box commander? Oh, really? Oh, my goodness. Could I get a tile in there? I wonder why that didn't show up over here. Oh, because I hadn't done it yet. Well, gobsmacked. I'm smacked of gob. I'm almost okay leaving that, you know? Copy and mirror. Move it out of the way. Force that. Yeah, there's a little gap in there, but I think it looks okay. So now, that is one tall. So if I do a plate this color, which I think exists. Boom. 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 Now I can cover this roof with gray, and that should tie it all together. This guy also can go in here. And this guy can also go in here. I should see about running a class or two on math in the brick building server. Yeah. That's always a struggle I have, is like, especially snot stuff with brackets and snot bricks, and it's just so frustrating. Because I know I know there's something I want to do with it, but it's... yeah, we can do a 10 here. Now the beauty is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So let's do... I think I've got a few of these. Oh. No, that'll work. Yeah, that's going to be... Okay. So I have to build up the inside a little bit. Which I'm okay with. I'm okay with. Until I figure out exactly also... Why is that so much higher? Oh. This is cool. We were wondering if you finished Growler Bar. No, I'll pull that up in a second. I haven't really done a whole lot with it. Sorry, a little distracted. Which way do I want to do that? Or I could just replace all these with 4s. I haven't really gone back and done anything with it. I laid out like the floor space and some of the tiles, but I haven't... What I want to do is go back in and work on some furniture so I know how much space everything's going to take up, because I think I'm going to run into a problem eventually where I like the way the layout is, but then I can't fit any people or, you know, tables and chairs and stuff in there. So then 2x10. Pretty sure I have this piece. And then the other problem I'm going to have with the Growler Bar is that the only color that the facade, the top of that building comes in, is prohibitively expensive. And it doesn't come in most anything other than just basic bricks. So, nope. I want to keep up with it because I think it'd be a neat little project to have, but at the same time I'm like, I don't want it to be something that I can never get done because the bricks are the wrong colors. This should still fit. Nope, that's too big. So I'll get rid of that. Just use these. And use a couple of these. Oh, those are much bigger. So I will use tiles. Do I have my 1 tiles? All right. I'm sure there's like AC stuff up here and everything, but I'm not gonna look at it right now. It might be cheaper for them just to paint it. Say, hey, look, here's the colors that I can get off Bricklink. Would you do that? Well, here, let me show you. So this is pretty done. I'm now happy with it being more on scale. And I think it looks fairly good. I could get a little sticker that goes right here, right? Like a wee sticker that says Driskill. Get a couple of 1885 stickers to go right here. Not bad, yeah? I don't know that there's room to put trees down here or this little car, but if anybody wants to figure out how to do that, that'd be great. I could probably just turn these into plates and then just occasionally put a little green cone on it, which I might do. I've got time. So yeah, so there it is. The balcony's not great on the sides, but I think at this scale, so it's only going to be this big, right? And if it's surrounded by other buildings, it's not going to be terribly important that it'll look exactly the same. But if somebody had like a little map that they're handing out of, here's the city, here's Austin, and people go, oh, this is 6th Street, and this is, hey, that looks like the Driskill. That's very cool. That's really all we're going for here. So, yeah, now the trick is to get all these pieces. I know I don't have nearly, I think I have 2 of these in white, these fences. I got a lot of those teeth. I've got a lot of these tiles. I've got all those wedges. I think the thing I may run into most is these arches. I don't have a lot of those arches in that color. And I think some of these trans black. I've got that file too, Box Commander. Or I've got a page that shows, you know, the math that goes in between, like, you know, snot brick, 2 plates, snot brick, or snot brick turned this way, plus another snot brick and a plate, you know, that kind of stuff. It's just having that mental game going on while you're trying to do something. Like, this is going to be really fragile unless I figure out something else. But, like, I'll have to go back here and redo this too. This needs to be an 8. And then 2 more of these guys. And again, this backside probably won't even be seen by anybody. But, oh, studio file with assemblies. That would be great. I would love playing with that. Although you could probably, you know, there's those like technique pages where they've got like, here's all the stuff. And you just kind of put it together on your own. I think I could cover these. No, I like that. We'll just leave it. It's done. Cool. Thank you. I appreciate that. I will look forward to that. All right, so that's done. Again, this was the old one. I kind of missed not having that in there, but I think the new way looks a little better. So if I opened up Growler Bar, I haven't done much more work on it. So for those who don't live near me, God, my caps lock is on again. There is a tap room that I go to, that Beth and I go to all the time. And they've been very good to us. They've been open for 5 years now. So that'd be fun to make their, this is all the taps. They've got like 70 some taps. And then the screens that show you all that's available. They have coffee and wine and ciders and just all kinds of fun stuff. So I want to build the inside here. And this is all silver, right? Or chromish. And here's the bar. And then they got seating around to the sides. Here's another good picture of like the bar. There's no way I can get it that size. But so I bought... And this may be old news to some people, but I bought a bunch of these from Eclipse Graphics, these mugs. I got a couple. No, I don't. So they come in stout, right? And then lager, and then ale. So I had them, I mean, this cost quite a bit just to get these. But so I thought, well, what I'll do is I'll fill up my tap room full of patrons. So this is the front of the bar. So that's about as far as I got. I just figured out, or I just learned that profile bricks come in white. Studio hasn't updated it yet, which helps this kind of look right here on the brick right here. The problem that I'm going to run into, and this is what I was talking about with Erica just a second ago, is that this color is, I can't match it to anything else other than nougat. Anything lighter won't look right. It'll match the tan too much. Anything darker would be dark orange or dark nougat. You want to go to Growler Bar, Josh? We could go tomorrow. Let's go tomorrow. Beth is going to have some people over tomorrow, and I've been told I can't be here. It's going to be girls' night. So yeah, we can go to Growler. It's probably equidistant from me to you. Yeah, it's literally like 5 minutes away from me, which is why we're there all the time. They're closed. They're usually closed pretty early on weekdays, but like 9 or 10. But on the weekends, they're open till 11 or midnight, a little later. It's a great place. I love it. But yeah, you can see the color here, and this is going to be difficult to do up here. These crenellations or moldings or whatever they're called, with this color. So I think I can just do plates. That comes in plates, but each one of these is like 20 cents. Each one of these bricks is 60 cents. If I don't get it in bulk somehow, that's going to be hard to do. But I like the way it turned out so far. It's not too bad. It looks like it. I can get a sticker made to put it up here. The inside isn't very big. This is it for the front. And then it probably goes back not too far, right? Now, the building itself goes back another, let's say plate. Base plate, right? I've never been able to get base plates to do this right. I always have to put a piece here and have this go in here. There we go. So it does go back a little farther as well. I'll just go ahead and do this because I'm going to need to do it anyway. But this is one of these buildings where they don't have the whole building, right? So like this is a nail salon, and then this is a cash place or a pawn shop over on the corner on this other side over here. And this is all kitchen space right here and storage. And here's where the kegs are, and here's where the office is, and the bathrooms are right here. And so mapping it out is going to be a bit rough. But like I said, I want to get the furniture done first. So I know how big to make this, because I'm going to have to make exceptions. Like I probably won't be able to put in 20 tables or whatever they have. I'll put in like 4, 6 maybe. Because it's kind of minifig size, but it's, you know, it's not exactly minifig size. So anyway, Josh, I think you didn't get here in time to see this, but I'll go ahead and show you this. So this is the new Micropolis Driskill, just finished. That music was really loud. I just noticed that. So this is our monthly build. This month is Micropolis. And Lasso had sent out the bricks, or you can get bricks from him. The 1x2s with the little black dots on, or the little slashes that make it look like windows. If you wanted to build like a skyscraper. So I think this will work for this size, assuming everybody's doing 16 by 16. If we're not, then I am well and truly boned. But yeah. So thanks for lurking. Appreciate it. And yeah, if you're up for going to Growler anytime that you don't need to watch the kiddos, I know your kids are a lot younger than mine, and I can kind of go anytime. You're welcome, Erica. Hopefully we can see you sometime soon as well. You and James. Thanks to Bricks Outside the Box for being here. Brian Costello, just getting here. I see that. I'm wrapping up, so I hope you guys can go back and watch some of the VOD on stuff. I might be back tomorrow night. since I obviously can't get Josh to go out and have a beer with me. Tomorrow night I'll do some just some building. If anybody wants to join, we'll do like a panel one. Just let me know. Send me a DM on Discord or send me a message or something, and I'll shoot you a link, and we can just hang out and chat and build. Yeah, so that's it. I hope you guys have a good night and have a great weekend. And if I don't see you tomorrow night, I will see you Sunday morning. And who knows what we'll be doing then. Building, designing, we'll see. But yeah, take care, everybody. Have a good night, and we'll talk to you soon.